Hello gamers, this is GamerX here and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be doing a Twine Peaks Storm Shield defense. I think this is number 6 or 7, probably 7. And yeah, so I did all the building off camera for this defense. I'll go over most of what I did, not in great detail because I'd be here forever, as you could see. But yeah, I figured about doing this just because why not, you know? It's more content, it's something interesting I could try, and you guys could see how I, you know, build some of these and how I do storm shield defenses. I'm probably gonna do, I don't know if it's the next video or the one after, but at some point I do want to do a like tutorial video, like showing, you know, how to build trap tunnels, some recommended traps for certain situations, how to build for different defenses like storm shields, you know, prepare the shelters to lower the bomb, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, I think it'd be pretty fun. So if you watched the last video I did not use any of the electric fields, dynamos, or ceiling zappers in any of these builds, but I did use the tire trap because that one is super good. But I also, speaking of that video, I did change some perks for some of those traps. So for example, the ceiling drop trap, I changed it to crit rating, reload, damage, and crit damage as opposed to what it was before, which was just crit rating and crit damage. For electric field, it was damage, reload, crit rating, crit damage, which before it was, again, just crit rating, crit damage. And same thing with ceiling zapper, and then the wall dynamo, the exact same thing. So basically, all those energy traps and the drop trap, I just added a damage and a reload speed to it, and took away 1 crit rating, 1 crit damage. I did not use any of those for these builds, by the way. These are still using the old type of build, but they seem to work just as well, so I'm not going to go through and change every single trap, because basically when I changed the perks, I already had like most of these builds, so I'm not going back and redoing them until way later, if I need 130 traps or something. So yeah, let's go over the builds real quick for these. So just for the record, wood is the lobber shield, brick is the kind of the blockade to keep us from wanting to escape or go a certain way, and then metal is just the trap tunnel. Alright, let me see if I can get down here. I say a lot. One of the people watched my other video and said, dude, you say a lot, and I'm like, yeah, it's just like a force of habit. Even if I had a script, I would still say because I'm dumb. So yeah, this is very basic. We got tire traps here to drop down, which will go all the way down, then they have to come up here, wall launchers shoot them down. Yeah, when floor spikes, slow them down. These to keep them from breaking walls and to go a little slower. Ceiling gas traps, we all know what those do. Broadsides to destroy them. More broadsides, another trap to go down this ramp. Then gas trap, launcher, that, and then there's a wall launcher behind that. Same thing on this side. Just again, the main traps I used in this, 1 floor spikes to float. I can't English. To go over the traps that I used for all these builds, I swear I can't talk. I'm just gonna go over all the traps I used now, instead of just going over them individually. 1 floor spikes, do a little bit of damage, but are mainly to just slow the husk down. Sound walls, slow the husk down a tiny bit, stun mist monsters for a bit, and they keep the husk from breaking walls. Gas traps, mainly damage, they do affliction ticks over time, you know how they work. Wall launchers, send them backwards to keep them from going further into the trap tunnel or from breaking a wall. Broadsides for doing damage, and they also bounce off walls. Tire trap, bounce downwards, and for damage. Floor launchers, send them backwards. And I think those are all the traps I used in all these builds. Once I test out the other traps a little more, I'm going to incorporate them into the builds just to add more variety, but this is kind of what I felt most comfortable with, which is why I did it. So for this one, it's the exact same thing, except I added 2 timeout rooms. So basically, I'm going to go over this in more detail in my tutorial, but basically when they come up here, they'll hit the launcher, and then it will send them into this area where this tar pit, which is better than the floor spikes because it literally sticks them to the ground. However, it only has 70 uses, whereas this has 521. So I only use this in further down areas or timeout rooms. But basically they'll get stuck here, they'll get hit with that so they can't break walls or get stunned or whatever, and then these 3 will just bounce and eat them up. So yeah, I did use tar pits as well for some of these areas. The lava shield I built to keep them from getting out. There's a mini box down there. Basically what it does is some of the husks like to go this way. Even if I build just brick or whatever, they'll still try to break through it. So what I did is I built a trap box that basically just kills them slowly over time. There's never enough husks to where they'll break through it. So yeah, that's not usually a huge issue. And then the brick here to keep them from trying to bust through certain walls in certain areas and get to the home base. So we'll do B, since B is closest. Same idea. Tunnel rooms. These are a little annoying because you can't place anything there. But in this instance, it was pretty good because since it's straight ahead, I'm hoping that 99% of the husks will just go this way rather than going around trying to break through this. Plus, this is 3-tier brick with a cone on it, so that also helps. And then again, same thing, this, all that, you know, fun stuff. Those editing skills, though, that are non-existent. Let's see. C, same thing. A tunnel, a little smaller because there really isn't as much room to work with, but it still does seem to get the job done. Also, I have these 3 brick wall things, and while I'm here, I just remembered I forgot to extend this out because lubbers and flares were actually being very, very annoying and going all the way around. So I'm gonna build this up so they cannot do that. That was something I forgot to do before starting. So yeah, that should hopefully keep them in there because the lubbers and flares do not want to go to the objective. What they want to do is they want to look for a clear shot at the objective and just throw their crap at it, which is why I hate them. This one is a little different because since it's down in a ditch, I had to kind of change the design. So basically they all spawn here, and so when they come up here, they're all going to get destroyed by these tire traps, which are so good. Sound walls, all that fun stuff, then they come in here, and then this is where it gets different. So basically they drop down. And the cool thing is before, again, since the only good ceiling trap was the gas trap, before you basically would have this be empty because there was, I mean, yeah, if husks walked off, they'd get hit by it, so people would probably still put traps there, but they wouldn't be as effective. But since these can drop from 3 tiles high, so meaning 1, 2, 3, I can put them there and then they will drop down on the husk even if they're down here, which is really cool. I could have maybe put some traps there, but I figured that might be just overkill and they may never get used due to the weird angle, so I just didn't put anything there. So then they drop down, same thing again, drop down, same thing again, except there's launchers and things which again prevent them from attacking the stair, and then those will keep sending them back, and then they'll get eaten up by all this. Already 10 minutes and I haven't done anything. Cool. So I'll go quickly through the rest. E is kind of different. As you can see, I kind of have an angled logger shield because of the way the angle is, and then I have one over here due to, again, the weird angle. So this one over here, prevent anything from that. Then you got a trap tunnel into there, and I did do something different here. I decided to do this. So basically this isn't going to be as effective as the other ones I have, but since there are 2 launchers as opposed to, I mean there's technically 2 in the other ones as well, but since this one's exposed it will work a little better. So because of that, you know, I'm hoping that that bounces out the sound walls, plus I think the sound walls can reach pretty far down. I don't know exactly, I think they might have to just be on the tile, but I think due to the duration and whatnot, I think it should help. Lava shield again, Pit of Doom. So basically there's a pit here, and I don't think any husks go from this way towards it, so I didn't put anything there, but husks do spawn over there and come towards it. So basically husks spawn right here, and then they walk towards the amplifier. So what will happen is they'll go here, and then one of these 2 will activate and then shoot them off into this pit. They will not despawn when they go down there. They will, if they survive, that is. There is actually a way that they have to go all the way around to get back up. So yeah, they technically can come back up, and depending if it's a smash or something, that actually might be a problem if they don't die to this, but I'm pretty sure like everything that goes down here is probably going to die because those are going to slow them down, and then those are just going to keep shooting at them. Plus I have a little box there to shoot them back into it just in case they survive, so yeah. Honestly, a pretty fun one to build for, not gonna lie. So the last one I don't think I went over is Amplifier F, which is the most recent one I placed down and just built for tonight, actually. So let's go take a look at that. I don't know if I went over A. A is pretty simple as well. This one's a little annoying to build for. A and F are honestly very annoying to build for. So, you know, just, it's the weird ridge thing, and it's like this type, you can't build on it, and it's hard to build above it and funnel the husks to where you want them to be. Pretty simple though, pretty self-explanatory. Come up here, get eaten by those, you know, all that fun stuff. So let's go down to F. So for F, you can't see it because there's a bug going on now where you can't see the end of the storm shield. But there is a shield there, which is why that looks so weird. So I really couldn't go too far down with this trap tunnel because of the storm, which is why this one is so short. We also have that, which kind of prevents me from building anything here, which is why these look so weird. I'm not going to upgrade them because they're not permanent, so I'm just going to leave them as is. Oh my god, that build, that actually broke a hole through it. I have to fix that. But yeah, it should work well, I hope. I mean, we'll see. And then I honestly don't know if any house will go this way. Yep. Yeah, that's where it is. You just can't see it for some reason. Yeah, they might come up here. I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see. If they do, then I have this built for them. If not, then I'll just tear it down and some resources back. And then this is on a stupid ridge. This thing that goes up weirdly, as you can see. Actually, I probably should just go down. As you can see, it's this type of thing, which is super annoying to build for, and I just hate it so much. Hus will go this way, and they will also go this way. I'm going to hope that since the amplifier is more over here, that they will just go into the tunnel rather than go this way. Plus, I 3-tiered all the stuff back here, so they'd have to break through it. Well, I guess they could go around, but I'm just gonna hope that they decide not to go around. If they do, it's gonna be a bad. Actually, I'll just, okay, just in case they do decide to go around, I'm gonna do this. Should I 3-tier? Yeah, I should 3-tier it. Okay, I'm gonna 3-tier this just in case, because I was gonna leave it, but then I thought, well, they actually might decide to go around. Okay, that was weird looking. Bayonet, lava shield. Actually, I might as well fix this while I'm over here. Or, you know, full. I mean, that works too. There we go. Here we go, boop. And now I'm gonna do this just temporarily again. Once it expands, it goes out further, I'll make something more permanent for the harder storm shield defenses. Come on, thank you. But yeah, we're gonna start and see how well it works out. This video is gonna be longer than the one I did yesterday, and I thought it'd be shorter. Oh no, I broke it. Great. But yeah, I'm surprised I made 2 videos, honestly. Like, I didn't think I would enjoy making the last one as much as I did, but I really did. Like, I actually really enjoyed making it and whatnot, so I do kind of want to do more Save the World videos. Especially since a lot of the, like, trapper community for Save the World is kind of gone off YouTube. I mean, there's a couple people, but they're very small, so... Because David D, and at least to my knowledge, was one of the more popular ones, and he, I don't think, is doing Save the World stuff anymore, so... Yeah. Alright, Nature Storm. I'm not expecting too many difficulties with this, honestly, because I did do this before, and as you can hear, they're dying. And you can look on the map and see all the red dots flow through. It's pretty cool. I actually want to see if I can go around and get a better view. Oh dude, there was a lag spike there. Oh, they're trying to break through because I'm over here. But yeah, as you can see, the tire traps work really, really well. Like, look how far they go. Alright, I'm gonna die. Oh no, 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 don't follow me. Pretend I didn't even come here. I'm just a figment of your imagination. I shouldn't have done that. Now they're all gonna come this way, or at least most of them will. Oh shoot, I just built them the stairway up. So I might cut some of these parts out because it's really just gonna mainly be me sitting here waiting, because I know this one works. If actually, for the ones that I know work, I'm gonna, well actually I'm probably just gonna in general just cut out parts But if it's one that I haven't tried yet, I'm definitely going to keep it in because I've tried this one before and it worked, so I'm not concerned at all about it not working. So yeah, I'll probably just like cut to when I get to the next like amplifier. Alright, and what is being attacked now? A from the north. I tested this before. It does work, but sometimes, I don't know, I found a smasher that like glitched through the floor somehow and he was bashing at this pyramid. So it works, but I guess there's like a glitch with it or something. Yeah, what about you there? Yeah, I'll show a little bit of this, but since, again, it did work, I'm not really going to show too much of it. By the way, I did forget to actually show my loadout. So I'm using Mega Base Kyle because he increases the range by 3. I will say that I think the Ice King is probably a better constructor due to the fact that he freezes enemies. But I do really like the fact that Mega Base increases range by like 3, so yeah, I might honestly try to build a Ice King loadout, which is probably going to be the same as this one, just with Ice King and Mega Base swamped, but we'll see. Yeah, I have Lofty Architecture, Power Modulation, Fully Contained, Tough Traps, and Frozen Castle as my supports. Oh, and Supercharged Traps as the team perk. Oh, why are you bashing the wall? Oh, well, probably because you want to go this way instead of this way. Can you not? Here, let me help you. Don't bash those walls. And let me put a soul shield down and just keep you from bashing walls. Oh shoot, why is this going so much worse than it did before? What in the world? Why? Okay, they didn't do that before. Why in the world? Oh, I'm out of ammo. Of course I am. Why are they going this way? They didn't do that before. Well, looks like I gotta make this tougher. Smasher's just so annoying, man. Okay, so clearly I gotta make that stronger because they don't care. I can't believe that, dude. What in the world? Well, looks like I gotta fix that. It's so weird, I had the exact same wave last time and they didn't do that. And I didn't do anything different, I did the exact same thing that I did before. That is so strange. Alright, well, let's place this down. I also had this before, so... Again, probably gonna cut some of it out. Let me actually craft ammo, so I'm not... Oh, we have lobbers and flingers. I don't think they'll throw through this because I think I prevented them from being able to do so, but we'll see. They might go around or some crap. Also, yes, takers do not really follow the rules of trap tunnels. They kind of just do their own thing. Sometimes they'll go in it and die. Other times they'll come out and try to kill you. Thankfully, I have the Storm King's Wrath, so if they come for me, they really don't stand a chance. Yeah, I'll probably cut back when this is over, just because I don't want to say, guys, there's something I already know is going to work. If something interesting happens, I'll come back. Alright, on to the next wave, and it's, again, something I already did. Wait, is it? Yeah, this is the one I did, then I was like, oh, I need to fix. We'll see if that fix actually worked. Something else I want to do is that. So it, yeah, powers that up so they don't want to break it. And then this is already connected, so... But I'll put that there just because. I don't know if this will stay here. I don't think it does. I think... Or actually, it might, because basically what happens is if you die and lose, and like a bunch of stuff gets destroyed, it will reset and you'll get all the stuff that got destroyed back. But if you win, it I think stays in the state that it was once you won. So we'll see. But yeah, it looks like we have smashers. I think, yep, lobbers, and I think flingers. So, oh, and takers again. But I'm not concerned about them. So, yeah, same thing. Since I already did this, if something interesting happens, I'll come back. But if not, then I'll see you guys in the final wave. Alright, and now onto the wave that ended up... You know, I didn't build for this because I wanted to see where they spawned at. But now that I know, time to test out this trap tunnel. Yeah, I know, like, the only one in this whole thing that I didn't, you know, originally test out was this one. And this one acted weird, so I basically had to fix this. The fixes I had for that one worked really well. I think the only thing I should change maybe is the little area there, maybe build a box that just kills them, because a few of them did try to attack it, but they either died because I have that one thing that fully contained, or they just left and tried to do their own thing. It really was a toss-up. So we'll see how well this works. I'm unsure. I'll put it here, there's probably a better place for it. Seems to be going pretty well so far. They are breaking that wall right there, so I might have to build something for that. But so far it seems to be working really well. Again, we'll obviously see that, yeah, that's a smasher and he got all the way up here. And he... Well, he charged something, but it didn't look like it worked. Oh, it was that wall. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and then I'm also gonna do this. Oh, they broke something. But as you can see, he's taking damage as he does damage to that. Plus, since I have lofty architecture and power modulation, not only is the health increased a lot, but also it heals based on max health over every like 10 seconds. So technically he wouldn't, I don't think he himself would be able to do enough damage to break it ever during the whole match. So yeah. Things I would like to note as well is while this is doing its thing, which by the way it looks like it's doing really well. Once you get into these longer ones to where it's like 1,000 enemies, endurance, durability is very, very important, which is why it's important to have trap durability and also have your traps have trap durability. Healing attached buildings is nice, but I think durability is probably the more important one, because if it, you know, if something breaks, you do have to go replace it. And I think during endurance you have to do that anyways, but it would make it to where you wouldn't have to do it as often. Nope, one of them got through. Where'd you come from, buddy? Actually, I have no clue. He like glitched through the wall. Where are you all coming from? Oh, they got up here somehow, or some of them are getting... He saw me. Yeah, some of them are getting up there, so I guess I'm gonna have to build something a little better for that, but other than that, it seems to be going really well. There's also these guys, which I know where they're coming from. They're coming from around. They're going around for some reason. So I'll have to probably build something extra for that. But yeah, overall I think these tests went really, really well. Yeah, don't worry, all the stuff that I'm mentioning about, you know, recommendations for different modes and constructor loadout recommendations, all that, I'll probably mention it in my tramp tunnel discussion, but yeah, I see some of them are getting out. Obviously, due to how the Husk AI has changed, you're never gonna have a run site perfect. Like, sometimes they literally just glitch through the walls or ramps due to either lag or there just being so many husks. So it is technically impossible to have a run to where nothing goes wrong, but you know, eliminating it as much as possible is obviously important. And yeah, we did it. I didn't... Literally the only thing I really had to help with was that last section of my amplifier A, and some stray takers and smashers and whatnot, which technically I didn't even need to kill. I probably could have let them go, but I just decided to kill them because why not? So yeah, we got 5, and that should be 100 V-Bucks, and 5 mini llamas. So yeah, I think that's basically it. I don't know how long this video is going to be, maybe 20-25 minutes, which is longer than I would like, but I spent so much time freaking explaining it in the beginning. Oh, 6 mini llamas. Reperk, which I do need. Yeah, so we all know we get out of mini llamas, just gold and whatnot. So yeah, next is 8. I probably will do a video on that too. I think maybe for 8, 9, and 10, specifically 10, I do want to try and bring in some other people, not to help if things go bad, but mainly just to see. Because as you can see here, this is power level 116. I might be able to get away with 106 traps, but I think I'm gonna need 130 for the next one I do, so I don't know how long it will be until the next one of these videos, but yeah. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of any future uploads. Don't expect me to be uploading every day, by the way, or every other day, because this probably will be uploaded. If I upload it tonight, it will be 2 days after the one, which is every other day, or you know what I mean. So yeah, don't expect it just because I'm doing it now. I'm just kind of on a kick to where I rather record than stream, and I want to do some Save the World content as well, so yeah, anyway, enough of my rambling. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. And remember, as always, game on.